Speaking of cheeses, I've got that fabulous fresh mozzarella cheese. And we're fixing to get started on a pot of lasagna that's gonna knock your socks off. Before I left, I asked Michael if he could kind of get me ready because I wanted to quickly run in and be able to get started on this lasagna, and he's done a great job. He's already browned off my ground beef for me, which is such a nice head start. And I like to saute my vegetables in half butter and half olive oil. Now I'm gonna dump in onion, bell pepper, and that great fresh garlic that adds so much flavor to your pot. I'm gonna add some canned tomatoes now. If it's tomato season and you have some fresh, by all means use them. And next I'm gonna add tomato sauce, Italian seasoning, some fresh parsley, a good seasoning salt, a little pinch of sugar, house seasoning, your mixture of salt, garlic powder, and pepper, and a couple of bay leaves. I'm just gonna stir those up together, and then we're gonna add some water. I'm gonna transfer the ground beef into the sauce. Just like this. And this is lean ground beef, so I'm not even gonna bother draining it. All right, so I'm gonna put that lid back on there and let that simmer while I step on over here and grate up this mozzarella that I got from the sisters this morning. Isn't that pretty, pretty cheese? You know, I don't think that you can get too much cheese in Italian dishes, can you? And this is so good and soft and fresh. It's just kind of rolling on the grater, but that's all right because by the time it's mixed in, what's a little hunk here and there in the lasagna, it can't hurt it. I know that most of us probably use the box lasagna noodles. Well, I was able to get my hands on some fresh lasagna noodles that are gonna be so good in this. And we're not gonna have to cook them like you would the box. Now, I'm using cottage cheese today. I didn't have any ricotta on hand, so this will work nicely. And I'm just gonna break a couple of eggs up into it. I have made lasagna and spaghetti 1,000 times, and there's not one hint of Italian heritage in my blood. But we make it so good. Everybody just loves it. So I'm gonna start assembling the dish that we're gonna bake our lasagna in. So I'm gonna start with a very thin layer of sauce. And I'm gonna put just enough that that lasagna has something to sit on. So I'm gonna come in here, and I'm just gonna break that off to fit the pan. Now we're gonna start with all of our cheeses. And one more time, you can do any cheeses that you like, whatever is your favorite, not mine. I've got cheddar, Gruyere, and Swiss. I love Swiss cheese and lasagna. And I'm gonna go in there with the mozzarella from the Mozzarella Sisters. Put a little layer of grated Parmesan. And then I'm gonna add some dollops of the cottage cheese and egg that's been mixed together. And now cream cheese, and I just tear it off in little bite-sized pieces and just drop it randomly in there. Now we're gonna ladle on some more sauce. All right. This time I'm gonna put just a little bit more sauce because that fresh pasta is really gonna soak up the liquid. We're gonna go back in here now with another layer of pasta. All right, now we're gonna start by doing the same thing all over again. So, I think this time you know the steps. Oh, I've served this so many times at home. When we were young, married, poor kids, we would make spaghetti sauce because it was a lot cheaper than lasagna because of the cheeses. It can get a little pricey, but when we had a little extra money to blow, we'd change that spaghetti pot to a lasagna pot. And oh my goodness, we just thought you couldn't eat any better than this. All right, now this is ready to go into the oven. And I've got one right next door to it in the oven that's ready to be cheesed. Now you can finish yours off with any cheese that you want to. This is the 3 cheeses that I'm using. We're gonna give that about 15 minutes and then it's ready to eat. Oh my gracious, look at that. All right, I'm gonna have to just taste this.